Back again, locked in. I had to put the purple one on too because Thomas told me to market the brand. Listen, Wavy World, City, Long Island, in the building. We just had the legend from Queens in the building. Thomas put on that Sergio. What you got, a Technics? What you got going on there? You look like the guy from Paid in Full. Well, I only watched it on TV. I don't even know, was that Balenciaga? I don't even know what you got. Alexander, one of them Queens down there. But listen, we got Strong Island in the building. Make sure we shout out my man, We Outside Global, Bronx Tale Studios, Hector here as well. B. Will, Brandon Williams, The Cheat Code, Hank Williams, to the Instagram world, Hot Shot Hank. Great to have you in the building, one of the players at St. Mary's Manhasset. So, B. Will, we're going to start and open up with you. First thing we need to make sure that we lock you in is, look at that man right there. We want to make sure that Garden City JV has a team in one of the tournaments immediately. No pressure, yes or no?
Absolutely. Thanks for having us. I appreciate it.
And we definitely got to give a hand clap, too, because this is also the new Garden City head coach for the JV basketball team, Brandon Williams. We're going to make sure that he's incorporated with NYC Elite 32 and, of course, Ballin for Peace. So just talk about your experience with Cheat Code and then now Cheat Code transcending to, Lawrence Woodmere to have a head coaching position at Garden City.
No, absolutely. As a player, that at some point the ball stops bouncing for yourself. Being someone that just loves the game, knew that it's something I always wanted to stay involved with. I decided to start giving back to the kids. Shout out to Basketball Results, JP, Jerry Powell.
Yes.
That's the legend right there. I trained with him myself and learned a lot from him. As
JB1 pro trainer.
I learned a lot from him and my father as well as Hank Williams, just understanding how they handled the game and the way they poured into it in players. I say, hey, I can do this in my own way.
And Hank and Dominique were on a show before, so make sure they stay tuned with that because that episode is coming out as well.
For sure, I have to check it out. Just, looking up to those guys, knowing that coaches can really have an impact on the player in a negative or positive way. And I wanted to be a person that kids could look up to and use as a resource to get wherever they want to go. So that's really why I love doing what I do, man.
Isn't it scary how we just heard about coaching and how the impact with Ron Niclario can affect a player?
A GOAT, a legend. I'm glad I was able to be here and experience that interview as well. Just get some gems from him. And even the energy in the room with certain people where they're just so passionate about the game that takes over. I feel like I'm re-motivated from that conversation to do things at a higher level. He talked about coaching for over 50 years, about to break those records. That's amazing. Now I look at myself, how do I take this game that so many have been influenced by and really stamp my own mark with Ballin for Peace? I don't know him personally that well, but I see him doing his thing. And I love seeing guys that just, you can tell, are just extremely passionate and are creative in the way that they attack, making change and allowing players to have the opportunity. And one thing for me, opportunity and network and connections are everything. Most people, it's not that they're not good enough or not talented enough, it's that they're not given the chance to showcase themselves. I think that's extremely important as well. So I just want to be a resource to the kids, man, and keep doing what I do.
Also, speak about Cheat Code, the training program. We have Thomas here. We do a lot of things with training. They did a big session in Jersey. Was that in August? Was it Clifton? You train as well with Cheat Code. Talk about your experience with Cheat Code and what you do with that.
Coach mentioned something funny to me. He said how the pro level coaches say high school coaches may not be prepared for that level. But he said somebody gave you a shot.
Absolutely.
And, that's simple, but very true, even for myself. With doing Cheat Code, I just, coming out of college, I wanted to make some extra funds. And I knew that I could teach the game pretty well. Like I said, those two mentors, my father and Jerry Powell, I said, you know what? Let me just get to some park, showcase my talent, see if some kids need some extra work. And,
Malloy, which is now university.
Malloy out for sure. RVC. I was training at the local parks, just continuing to build a small clientele. I was charging $50 an hour and I thought I was balling. $50 cash every hour. I was like, yo, I'm stacking up. Rising Stars actually reached out to me and asked me to, well, even before them, a few other programs, but it was when I went to Rising Stars, and shout out Dan Gimple for what he's done to me. He's been a great mentor as well. We just noticed that there's a higher level and a bigger scale to how you can operate and run the business. Something that started out as a hobby for me to just make that extra money. I didn't want to go into the workforce right away. Did my own thing just through the passion. Then I was able to continue learning through that program. My network and my resources just continued to grow and expand. And that's what allowed me to have the financial stability to start Cheat Code. The Cheat Code is all about infinite work equals success eventually. We're in a time period where everybody wants instant gratification. Like Instagram's like, all right, everybody's getting it done. Everybody has money. Everybody's flexing for the gram, right? And it's like, it doesn't work that way. A lot of those overnight successes happen through 5, 10, 20 years of work. If you work harder and you continue to put that time in, you can see that success faster. But it definitely, you can't take any shortcuts or hide from the work. I teach my kids, no matter who I work with, that I'm looking to develop your game. Everybody has a different vision. Everybody's looking to pursue the game in a different way. Everyone can't go pro. So however you're choosing to attack the game, parents that come to me know that they're working with somebody who's passionate. They're working with somebody who cares about their kid and is looking to develop them, not just as a player, but as a person. I come from a family with great values. Shout out to my mom and my pops. How can you come to me and how can I develop the overall person that I'm looking at in front of me? And then can we have fun with the game? Because it is a game. Can we have some fun and still develop you so that you can go make your team? You can feel proud about accomplishing whatever that goal is. Sometimes we downplay what someone's accomplished. That's their own goal. That's their own journey. I think it's important to shed light on everyone achieving success in some way.
Well, you see, I accomplished it. I got the world, and we're doing well here. We spoke on the ride here as well. How you said you put so much energy and time into Hank, focusing on him when he's at Lawrence Woodmere, and God bless him now, on to St. Mary's Manhasset. And you know, said we got a hot shot Hank in the building. Hank, just speak on your beginning part of your journey, Mary's Manhasset, and of course let the world know who you are. You can say your Instagram name. This is great too because he's the first high school player on Wavy World.
Oh, wow. Really cool.
First high school player on Wavy World. We had some collegiate, pro guys on here as well with Delroy, Disco Damo, and Leaky Roof. So first high school player, you should be very proud. And just speak about the moment, St. Mary's.
First off, I just want to thank everyone for having me here. St. Mary's has been a blessing, honestly.
And one more cutoff too. Offered today, Murray State. An offer as well that just happened as well. He'll speak more on that as well.
St. Mary's was a decision made by me, my brothers, and my parents. It was not an easy decision. There was many more places that I could have went, but me personally, I felt like I had the strongest impact on the decision because there was a point I was the only one who wanted to go to St. Mary's, knowing where my future can lead me. I felt like with the addition of Tim Cluse, who is now back at St. Mary's, and the impact he's had on me in the last 2 months of working out and speaking with him personally, it's really helped me develop as a person and a ball player. So I just respect him for that.
Tim Cluse, Iona at one point, had pro coaching.
Legend.
Absolute legend. The stuff that he's told us in practice, I would have never even been thinking of if it wasn't for him. I've learned so much from Coach Tim, and it's just been a blessing being over there with also coaches Paul and Jimmy. They all just have very well basketball experience and very well experiences how to be as a person. So I've just learned so many life experiences from those guys.
You know what's so crazy too? I've literally watched grow up. I mean, you was like 5, 6 when you was coming to the gym. We used to be at the middle school. Hank used to be the dean for the middle school. And boy, he used to just be running around all day. The boy had more energy than 2 bags of Skittles.
He was the baddest one out of 5.
That's what I really wanted to say.
Very reckless.
And he wasn't rambunctious bad. He had, but we always knew, like, you know what? He gonna play something. Because he got too much energy that he's flowing all over the place, and just to watch it, he damn near taller than all y'all now.
So I'll drop a gem on that, which is pretty crazy. My dad,
I'm telling you, it's crazy.
And just shout out yourself, man. I love everything that you're doing.
Appreciate
your
you.
career, bro. And it's dope seeing you continue to grow and keep doing your thing. You're naturally gifted, and like, it's like this was meant for you, bro.
Appreciate you.
Looking
for
forward
real.
to see where you continue to go as well, man. With
the Queens people, because that's all they do. They find people that do stuff and pay for them, like in the 80s with Supreme.
No, but with Hank being the tallest in the family, my dad, since we were young, used to wake us up at 5 a.m. every morning. My brother Dominique starting it, firstborn. My sister even hooped for a while. My brother Sean Fox doing his thing now on the entertainment side of things. We all worked out at 5 a.m. Of course you miss some mornings, but majority of our lives since 3rd, 4th grade, we getting up at 5 a.m. and going to the park or export for myself when it opened up, and we're working out. We got to go home, quick shower. Sometimes if the workout didn't go well, we went straight to school sweaty.
Wow.
My dad, when he was preparing to really develop, he said, I'm going to let him sleep. We'll work out after school. I swear, I'm mad at my dad. If you would have let me get my rep, I might have been 6'2", 6'3" as well. I got no sleep for years.
He had 4 prototypes to see.
Four tries to
wow.
when they got to sleep. True story. And he turned out to be 6'3". It's pretty cool. It's interesting.
It's just so great to see him do well. It was great to see you get an opportunity in the summertime, NY Classic, and so many different endeavors. You spoke about Tim Cluse, and can you explain something that he might do in practice that you might not see from somebody that might not have had those experience of coaching on all different type of levels?
Even the little things of lanes or how they think the game, the plays that we run, everything is just so connected with one another. And like, I just never thought about the game as deep as he always mentions it. And you know, the frame or the term never knowing someone's watching is important, because we've had people in the gym that we haven't even realized have maybe been a coach or maybe even, you know, a scout. And you know, some players do tend to play around in practice or not do the right things, and he's always reminding us to be professional in everything that we do. And from someone who's came from such a high level of basketball, he's been at Iona, he's won state championships with Danny Green at St. Mary's, always told us how to act in certain moments and how we have to always look apart and act apart no matter where we're at, no matter who's watching. That's really played a big role in how I've been playing recently.
Absolutely, and that'll help you on the next level too. We got H2O here. We got Thomas in the building. We're definitely going to need St. Mary's. We speak to Mr. Clues so we can come down there and tell him, dig into the budget. I'm pretty sure they're going to make sure he got the budget okay to come down to Ballin for Peace and NYC Elite 32, Garden City, JV. We definitely need you guys down there too. We have a lot of things and opportunities. If you've seen what we did in Queens College a couple of weeks ago, I mean, there was ladies 9 and under, 10 and under, middle school, high school, JV. So that's definitely something we want to have you guys a part of. And you know, what does peace mean to you?
You go first, Hank.
No, you got a GPA. You got to know what peace means. What do you find as peace, or what is peace to you right now? I mean, you play basketball so much. You're all around doing
Honestly,
so much.
That's probably what peace is to me. You know, I really don't have much going on around my personal life but basketball. I've really been around basketball all my life since I was 3, wearing a Derrick Rose jersey, running around. Every time I step on the court, no matter where I'm at, no matter if I'm practicing with Coach Brandon or Brother Brandon, with it per se, at the park, or my pops at the gym, or my coaches at practice, I always feel like I'm at peace when I have a ball in my hand. And I always feel like there's opportunity no matter where I'm at, as long as I have that ball in my hand. So as long as I keep working hard and listening to what people are telling me, I think basketball is going to be my biggest piece from now on to the future.
What does peace mean to you?
Shout out Ballin for Peace, H2O. I feel like the most comforting times, you know, in my life have come from basketball. It's something that my dad introduced me to as soon as he could. We all go through obstacles and challenges in life. One thing that stands out for me is that I'm going to keep picking on what Coach said before. You have to watch that interview, that Ron interview, Coach Ron.
That's Ron McClary.
Not only being passionate about your craft, but then it's funny, as you're passionate, you have ambition and goals and things you're looking to achieve, but sometimes we forget to reflect on how far we've come, right? And I think just there's certain times I'm in the gym, whether it's with a player or especially with this young man right here, seeing his growth and how far he's come and having a dream and vision for him to now see it on any scale come to fruition. I get peace from this guy right here. This is my little bro. When I was growing up, I used to pray to have a little brother. I was the youngest. I'm like, I want to have a little brother. My mom's like, there's no chance. We're 14 years apart, same mom and dad. He came and I've poured my all into this kid. He's a great young man. He's continuing to develop and learn. And I find peace when I'm with him, seeing him pursue his dreams, everything that he's going to obtain. It's just cool watching him and his growth, man.
You know, it was pretty cool when Dominique and your pops was here, Hank Sr. I took the ride back with him, and today we took the ride here.
Yep.
And we had very good conversations. And one thing, you know, we were talking sports and different guys, and you're cerebral, but you're like, yo, I don't know this guy. I know him by face. You focus so much on Hank, which was so great. And now he's at St. Mary's, Manhasset. He's got people, and you guys are always going to be in his corner. But now you're going to have 12 of your own hot shots that you got to focus on. How do you deviate that? You got to make sure that you're focusing on them. They got to be just as important and vital for what you're doing with the basketball team if you're going to have them believe in you or have any vision. So now how do you still focus here? Your season's going to start soon. How do you deviate that?
That's a great question. It brings me back to what the cheat code means to me. Infinite work equals success eventually. A lot of these kids have a hard time being patient in the process. You're not going to see that instant gratification that we talked about earlier. I think number one in basketball for me is instilling confidence in these players. The name cheat code came from, like, I didn't need my name on it. There was no ego. I don't need you to wear Brandon Williams B. Will training across your chest.
I need them to say Wavy World. I don't care about what you have to say.
That's fire. Wavy World. I'm not coming for anybody.
I'm teasing you.
I'm not
just
coming
teasing,
for anybody with their name on it. That's cool. But for me, I wanted these kids to understand that they're the cheat code to their success. They're the enhancement to their game. They're the enhancement to their life. You putting in that time and work, you get to recognize yourself as the cheat code to achieving more, because that's what it is, an enhancement. Anything you're pouring time into, anything you're investing into, if you put in enough time and work, you're going to see dividends from that. And so now going on to JV at Garden City, which was a great opportunity. Shout out to Eduardo Ramirez.
They got a good head coaching staff too. Paul
Coach
down there,
Jim,
Tristan down there, the head
well.
coach.
Shout out to the entire staff at Garden City. Shout out to the football team.
Cali, you know what? Oh Lord, I don't know if that means something. 63 straight.
Insane. They just broke the record.
They were
So
63
shout out to Garden
straight
City
wins.
football.
Garden City.
Amazing.
New York State
amazing.
record.
Very, very impressive.
I know there's no athletes in Long Island H2O.
Every player and parent willing to trust me with their kid is going to get 100% like I've given this guy. So I attack all my players. It's funny, I actually get discredited in the basketball world. Oh, some of my kids aren't that talented. Well, you only want to pour into somebody that is super talented, somebody that already has certain gifts and stuff that's going to help you look good. I'm willing to pour into the kid that could barely walk and chew gum. But by the time he's done with me, he could walk and chew gum. So I'm willing to pour into any kid that's willing to do the work. And that goes across the board with everyone that I deal with.
It's the mud work, straight from the mud.
Like you said, I'm excited about the job. I'm excited about the opportunity. I appreciate you guys for having us. And everybody that I deal with is going to get 100% of B-Will. So
Hank Sr. don't count, all right? Who's going to win in a one-on-one? I mean, who's the better player now?
I think me at my top beat all of them. We're competitors, bro. I'm not saying he could be
I know who's the
best shooter. I give him the best shooter, for sure.
Close. One more thing before we leave, though. I just want to shout out Jerry Powell.
JP1.
JP1, the best trainer in the world.
I've been with him also. I think all of us actually have been with him since we were about 4 or 5 years old, back when my brother Dominique was working over there with him. He's also taught me a lot, and I really just don't want to forget him on the podcast. Make sure you get
Absolutely. Jerry's so smooth, old school too. Just smooth, old school. Hey, listen, top 5, Long Island. What you ever? I'm gonna let active right now. Top 5 Long Island. You can
He's
name
actually
yourself.
kind of a genius with this stuff too. Like he knows a lot of facts about the game. It's kind of weird.
I wonder where he gets that stuff from.
Got a lot of players. You want to go first? Or?
No, go ahead. Top 5 Long Island.
Top 5. I got to be biased.
Yeah, no problem. Hot shot.
There's a lot of tough players in Long Island, to be honest.
Amir Dickerson,
My bad, Wavy. You're talking about right now, right?
Yeah, well, active. Like, he's got to get active. I'm gonna get you for the all time, but active. Like I said, I can say you got a man. You got.
Yeah, he's definitely up there.
I think it's tough for him because he's friends with a lot of these guys. It's hard for him to put them in.
I would put Amir second, definitely. Third, man, it's tough.
Lou Highs, you're saying.
Well, we got the Lou High players, and
I think a little guard. Garden City's pretty good. I don't want to say top 5, but I know he's a nice little guard over there too.
By the end of this year, probably the same starting 5 will be all top 5 on Long Island. So
Noah Patterson.
Yeah, Noah Patterson, Miles Herbert, Justin Monpoint will all be in the top 5 by the time the season's over. So I'll answer this question by the time that we win the state championship.
I know Mr. Clue's not ducking smoke and everybody on that schedule. Absolutely. And listen, top 5 all time. You got to give me a good list too. During your high school time, like who can you remember that you played against? That was
sure. Yeah. I'm gonna give it the guys that that I played against that were hard to guard. So number 1 on that list will be my boy Shaquille Mosley. Crafty, small guard, man. Just his hesitation ability to shoot the ball. Shout out to my boy Shaq. People always pin us against each other, but we actually we help mold each other. And competition is healthy. I never had a problem with it, but it's funny that they don't know how. That's my brother, Lucas Woodhouse. It was just that golden child. I just spoke to him the other day. I said, "Yo, bro, you're the golden child of our generation. You can do no wrong ever." That's my man. Very smooth player, Lucas Woodhouse. R.I.P. my boy K. Rich. He played with me. Richardson, man. That's my brother. I love him to death. Very sad, but he was tough. It was very hard to stop K. Rich. He could shoot it. He was an All-American at Plattsburgh. Right?
SUNY, right?
Yeah, he did very well for himself, and he was very tough. I put myself in there for sure. Outside of that, Emil Blackman, he was a problem. I received my offer at that All-Timers Classic that we played at Malloy, and he was the all-star for that event. Me and Shaq played well, but he ended up taking that win. So Emil Blackman, shout out to him. So, last one now, I can't leave out is my boy Jordan Parks, of course. Jordan Parks.
Picasso, right.
Where did Jordan end up going to high school? Did he stay at Hempstead? No,
from Hempstead. I think it was I don't want to say it was a prep.
He went
something
prep
but he went prep.
because he left. I knew he didn't stay, which is why. But Jordan, that's family right there, first of all. But Jordan's probably number 1, especially with what he's accomplished outside of high school now.
He tore them apart this summer.
He's been doing his thing. He tore up this summer,
yes,
man.
He did.
That dude's a legend. So
that's why Chris from Back to Business don't got no more money.
Something about them JPs, but Jordan Parks, man. But that's it. That's my list.
Hey man, listen, it's great having y'all too. We got to make sure we zoom in. You see the apparel? They make sure they're very marketable as well. So they got all that cheat code
repping,
apparel there. We got to make sure we lock in with that too. We got to make sure y'all locking in too. Get some Wavy World material too.
Stuff coming out very soon. Check out the website. It's going to be revamped.
I'm going to let you market with my good marketing guy, H2O over there, Mr. Hargrave. Listen, the city, Long Island, the world, it was happy to have y'all here. Hot Shot Hank, good luck this season. Stay in the books too. Stay locked in. Be well. Great luck with what's going on and good skill with the head coaching job. I know you'll be fine there with the kids. And I appreciate y'all. This is a whole Williams connection. We did part 1. Part 2 is over. So it was great to have y'all. And Thomas, we got new music now, right? No more infringement. We don't want nobody from Czechoslovakia calling us.